What's going on, guys? It's Keefe, and it is 2021, and it is time for men to start leveling up and making something of themselves. The problem is we live in an overly stimulated, very compulsive society where we are very caught up in instant gratification, and it's just pleasure at our fingertips constantly, and this keeps us from pursuing our goals. So what we need to do is take back our power, and one of the best ways to do that is to get on NoFap. So in this video, what I want to do is give 5 reasons why you should do NoFap, so that if you're already on it, this should motivate you to keep going, double down, and keep taking action. And if you're considering getting on NoFap, this should be something that should really motivate you to be like, okay, it's time to take that step, actually take action and level up as a man. Now, before we get into all that, I made this channel to help men create their ideal lives through self-mastery. So if you're guys out there looking to improve his life in any way, hit that subscribe button and bell icon. I put out new videos every single day to help you do exactly that. Now let's get into the video. So the first big reason is increased motivation. You need to understand that biologically speaking, your primary motivator is to survive and reproduce. So what happens when you're consistently fapping off is you are telling your brain that you have tons of options at your disposal as a man. You are fulfilling your biological duty, which is to survive and reproduce, and therefore there's no reason to take action to make yourself a viable sexual option. So what happens with this is there's just no motivation. But what happens when you get on NoFap is that supply goes away and your brain starts to think, oh shit, I'm not surviving and reproducing. I got to do something about this. So basically what you're doing is you're getting your biology behind you on your goals. Because you got to think about it. Maybe consciously you're thinking, yeah, I'd really like to level up my business, get a great body. But subconsciously on a biological level, your body's like, like everything's kind of okay. There's no motivation to go do it. But if you get your biology on your side, you can expect massive increases in motivation. Now, the one caveat to this is you need to have goals if this is going to work. If you don't have anything you're aiming for and you're just sitting on the couch expecting motivation to strike you and suddenly you're going to build this like 9-figure business out of thin air, it's not going to happen. You need a direction to aim in, but if you aim in that direction, you know what you want for your life, and then you get on this practice, you can expect massive increases in your motivation. The second reason is you'll have more energy. This also goes along with that biological imperative to survive and reproduce. There's that drive to go the extra mile and do extra things. I don't feel like I really need to even give you much explanation, but you know after you get done with a session of fapping, like, do you feel like $1 million, like, let's go, like I'm ready to take massive action, or do you feel like kind of laying around? So you see what I'm saying right here. You're going to get more energy if you stop doing this practice. You are keeping in that life essence, that part of you that makes you a man, and you can use it for more positive endeavors in your life. One of the more scientifically proven ways this works, though, is consistently fapping all the time reduces your testosterone levels over time. And testosterone has to do with your energy, your focus, that masculine drive. So if you maintain this, you can expect increases in that as well. The third big reason to get on NoFap is you can expect increased confidence. You're just going to feel a lot better about yourself because you're not doing this practice that probably on some level you already feel like is not exactly like the most alpha male, like masculine, high value kind of thing to do. I mean, in fact, you must think that on some level or you probably wouldn't be watching a video like this. So basically what you're going to do, you're going to stop doing something that makes you feel kind of bad. You're going to feel better about yourself for doing that, have a little more self-respect, and that's going to resonate in all areas of your life. Confidence is so essential to achieve in social situations, having the confidence to pursue things in business or believe in your goals. You need that confidence in yourself, and if you keep derailing your own confidence on a consistent basis, it's going to be hard to keep taking those actions. There's also a lot of shame pent up when it comes to this issue. Our society still has a lot of issues around sex, for better or worse, and in different areas. And so there's a lot of shame built up in men around this issue that's kind of repressed. It's not necessarily that present with you constantly, but it's still something that's there. It's something that you feel bad about when you do it. You feel less about yourself for doing this behavior. This is what 99% of men experience. I'm sure, again, if you're watching a video like this, this is something you can probably relate to. So when you stop doing that, again, you're just going to feel better about yourself. I think it was Jordan Peterson. He said something like, stop doing things that make you feel weak or make you look weak, something like that. And that's the whole point, is stop doing things that make yourself weak. You'll feel stronger. Stop doing things that kill your confidence. You'll feel more confident. This is one of those big things you can expect, is increased confidence. The fourth big reason is better relations with the opposite sex. Now, this is one where I kind of differ from a lot of people who make these kind of videos. They seem to think this is a very magical thing. Like, it just kind of happens somehow because you're not jerking off. Like, all of a sudden, every girl's just into you. I don't really believe in that. To me, this practice is really just about getting back to who you are as a man. Because as a man, you're supposed to be vital. You're supposed to be masculine. You're supposed to have this confidence, this energy, and this motivation. And we're doing this practice that's killing this in us. It's the same thing with doing a hardcore drug that might kill your motivation or make you addicted, and so you don't focus on the things you need to focus on. It starts to derail your life. It's the same kind of practice. So I don't believe this is a magical thing. I simply believe it's about being more of a man. But with that said, explaining what it means to have better relations with the opposite sex. One of the big things you can experience is you stop seeing women so much as objects. A lot of times, people who spend a lot of time watching pornography, they start to see women as these sex objects rather than as other people. So the communication is very much based on that. They don't really know how to get beyond that in themselves when they're communicating with women. And so this is something you can see. Studies have shown actually that men who watch pornography in relations tend to have worse relationships. They end poorly. There's a lot of issues inside the relationships because you're creating this issue within the ability to communicate and your perception of relations. You're messing with the hardwiring in your brain. So some of the things you can expect that really do actually give you better relations with the opposite sex is you're going to be a lot more present. You're going to be able to communicate more person to person, be more engaged in the conversation rather than being all stuck up in your head, lacking that confidence we already talked about. And so this is just going to resonate. You're going to be the kind of guy who's more attractive naturally. It's not a magic pill, but it is just something that happens because you're maintaining that masculine state. Your desire, your attraction in general is going to be higher because you're not constantly fapping off. And then again, you combine that connectedness, that presence, that confidence, and you just have this higher self-esteem. You resonate in a certain way that is attractive. And the fifth reason is just general success in life is something you can expect. Now, this again is not a magic pill. This is something where you go out, you have goals, and you start to pursue them, but you can expect better successes in your life because you're doing this practice. And the reason really for that is simply you're disciplining something about yourself that is difficult to discipline for sure. And if you can discipline your sex drive and start channeling that energy, that focus in a different direction, then you can discipline other areas of your life. If you can discipline that, you're definitely gonna be able to more likely discipline yourself when it comes to like, I need to go to the gym, I need to follow a diet, I need to work on my money, I shouldn't be making these impulsive purchases and all these kinds of things. Maybe you're more confident to approach social situations. So you see how this really just flowers out from this. Again, it's not a magic pill. If you sit on your bed, you can't expect Amazon to give you $1 million at the door. It's really just about you've disciplined yourself in this area. And now you can take action. You've got the motivation. You've got the energy. Really, it's a culmination of everything I've already talked about. You've got that energy. You've got that confidence. You've got that motivation. And all of those things are going to lead to more success in every area of your life. A few examples of this. Muhammad Ali, he famously said he wouldn't have sex 6 weeks before a fight because he said it made his knees weak. Mike Tyson said he went 5 years without having sex while he was trying to be the heavyweight champion of the world. I'm not saying you completely abstain and do all these things. That's up to you. But what I am saying is there is a kind of understood thing that in order to discipline your sex drive, you can start to move in a more positive direction and take hyper action towards getting towards your goals and achieving big things in your life once you've disciplined this area of your life. Now, one of the best ways to make that massive breakthrough in your life and achieve all these successes and radically change your life is to join my Unleashing the Alpha coaching program. This is the best program out there for men who are looking to level up their entire lives and become successful, high-value men. If you want to learn more about that program and working with me, you can click the link in the description box below and learn more about the program. If you got something out of this video, give me a like, hit the subscribe button, and you'll definitely want to check out this video on 8 things you need to stop doing in 2021. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you later.